Hi, I am Muralidharan. I am presenting another one topic, Indian Penal Code and how the HR will act. The Indian Penal Code details the offences for the act which is against the law. The Indian Penal Code has got 551 sections under this Indian Penal Code. With respect to HR, I am going to detail some of the sections under this. Section 374, forced labor. Now, many of the companies has got a labor force either by way of apprentice or by the way of trainee or probationers and contract labor. In some parts of India, they are having the forced labor. That is against the law under section 374 of IPC. Whoever unlawfully compels any person shall be punished with the imprisonment of either discrimination for a term which may extend 1 year or fine. Under 370A, exploitation of trafficking person. If he brings the people unlawfully from other states or other countries, that will come under 370A. 417, cheating of an employee or an employer is cheating on employee, like that. 365 and 367, abduction for wrongful slavery and confinement. And 373 and 374, if the employer is not paying the minimum wage, they will be prosecuted under the 373 and 374. Section 193 and 228. Every inquiry or investigation by tribunal or national tribunal shall be deemed to be judicial proceedings with the meaning of section 193A. And trade union or any member of the industry should not disclose any matter which is treated as a confidential will come under this. Under section 175 and 176, documents submitted to the inspector of factories, that is also comes under the section of 175 and 176. If a person that is working as a clerk or the servant, he has stolen some of the property of the employer, he will be prosecuted under section 381 with the imprisonment of 7 years with the fine. Section 382, if a person stolen a property and causing the death or hurt or restraint a particular security or some of the person appointed to secure the property of the employer will come under section 382. Section 405 comes under the breach of trust. How the breach of trust will come? The accused must be entrusted with the property or with the domain over it. The person so entrusted must use that property. The accused must dishonestly use that or dispose that property or willfully suffer the person to do this violation. Any direction or of law prescribing the mode in which such trust is to be discharged. Any legal contract made touching the discharge of such trust. So these are all the things will come under the breach of trust. If breach of trust is there, he will be prosecuted under section 382 of IPC. And we can say that some of the employer may recover the amount from the Provident Fund or ESI if they could not deposit the amount, or they may intentionally kept the amount for a longer period, they may be prosecuted under section 382. And section 441, criminal trespass, that is damage to a person or property by a outsider or the union. And section 268 will talks about the noise pollution. And 304A, negligence. In case of accidents, if an employer fails to protect the employee in case of working nearby motion or like that will come under the section 304A. If we come to one Kero in front of the industrial premises, that will also come under the IPC, and Kero will come under the section 120A, and unlawful assembly under section 141, wrongful restraint under the 339, wrongful confinement under the section 340, assault under section 351, theft under section 388, mischief under the section 440, and section 354 dealt with the Post Act. He will be prosecuted under 354 of Indian Penal Code. And in the premier case, that is Calcutta, in the Calcutta High Court, Jai Engineering Works Limited versus State Bank of West Bengal, while determining what is Kero, court examined the various sections of section 17 and 18 of Trade Union Act and Indian Penal Code, which are cognizable offences such as criminal conspiracy under section 120A, unlawful assembly under section 141, wrongful restrainment under 399, like that. The court inter alia ruled that a Kero is not an offence under the Indian Penal Code, but any wrongful confinement of a person on tantamount to offence under or guilty under the section 339 and 340 of Indian Penal Code. So law provides the demonstrating in front of the employer thing, but they should not defame the employer or increase is restricted under this. In one case, Kerala High Court, in that case between Sri Kumar versus State of Kerala, held that demonstration in front of the shop or business establishment is not allowed as it interferes with the smooth conduct of business and infringes upon the right to enjoy the property and any business of other person. And it was also held that union cannot have the demonstration, dharnas or sticking of poster and dying of banners with the premises of their employer. In Ajmer District Forest Department Assistant Employer versus State of Rajasthan, it was held that trade union has no right to obstruct, increase or increase by taking demonstration, as they have a forum under the law for redressment of their grievances. So this is very clearly in these judgments, the contravention will have to be penalized by the various sections of Indian Penal Code. So the law provides the employer can approach the civil court if breach of the various sections can quench the benefit under the IPC. If you like this presentation, you can give likes and you can subscribe in the Murali HR channel. Thank you very much. I will meet you again once.